This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/iHeart. Greenlight.com/iHeart.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know women are more likely than men to develop dry eyes, which may be due to hormonal changes during the menstrual cycle or after menopause, and the use of oral contraceptives? Give your dry, burning, or irritated eyes a daily refresh with Refresh Optive Mega 3 Lubricant Eye Drops, a preservative-free formula that provides fast-acting, lasting relief. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed. Find Refresh online or in the eye drop aisle at all major retailers.
KFAN and Sukup Manufacturing bring you Fan on the Farm.
That's
starting
right.
May 19th, 9 to noon. We'll be taking your tractor talkbacks each day. One farmer will be chosen to receive a Sukup prize pack, including a Carhartt cooler and Brewmate Growler canteen. Get the full details at KFAN.com/farm. Sukup Manufacturing Company, helping farmers feed and fuel the world.
You can check us out right now. The Power Hour's live, and you can see Parker Fox.
Hi, Parker.
Hi, Parker. KFAN.com/watch. Do that.
We're here.
There he is.
It's good to see you guys.
Hey, Parker, do you listen to the Smart List podcast ever? Have you heard it?
Never have.
You never
No.
have.
It's a good listen.
Yeah, and one of the things they do is, one of the three guys books the guest, and the other two don't know who it is.
I like
and they're
that.
all A-listers and famous people. So what they do is they do an intro to intro the guest, and the other two kind of try to guess who it is before they announce the name of, some whatever, Jennifer Aniston or Paul Rudd. So I want to try that right now, if you don't mind, okay?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
So our next guest is one of the best in the world at what they do.
Okay.
They are just a lovely person. You're going to really like this person. They're very, very nice.
Okay.
Extremely talented. Championships galore.
Who could this be?
At a local level, national level, and international level. This person probably started playing hockey at about, 2 months old. Like before Louis even put on skates.
Yeah, man.
Her first name is Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Any guesses yet or not?
I don't think I got it, man.
All right, it's Taylor Heise of the Minnesota Frost, and they lost last night to Toronto in the first game of the playoff series against the Toronto Scepters. But Taylor joins us now. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All
right, so walk us through it. What happened last night?
Yeah, honestly, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. So we were down 3-0 in the second period, ended up coming back losing 3-2, but we ended up having a 5-minute major and a misconduct and 2 other penalties. So we were on the kill for about 9 minutes of the game, which isn't something that you want to be doing. And like I said, shot ourselves in the foot in the sense, had some really bad turnovers. They led to goals. Proud of the way that we came back, but playoff series, games to 5, like 5-game series are very long. So we're excited for game 2. And on the road, you obviously could take 2 games, but we want to take 1. And that's kind of our goal right now.
So the story I read, Taylor, was that your line specifically got shut down a little bit. Was it something that Toronto did, or did you guys just kind of have an off night? What happened there?
I would say it's a little bit of both. I would say all 3 of us weren't necessarily at our best. We definitely went against their best line every single time, but that's no excuse for us. We're used to doing that all year. So I think all 3 of us are going to be very motivated to come out the next game and put some points on the board. I think our special teams were great. I think we got scored on once in the power play, but out of 9 minutes, or on once in the penalty kill, 1 out of 9 minutes isn't terrible. So I think, like I said, for us, it's going to be the motivation factor to come back the next game and just kind of figure it out. Parker always tells me you just got to FIO, figure it out. So I'm going to trust that and hope for the best.
Good advice right there, Corey.
I'm so glad that's what that acronym stands for, because I thought it could have gone a couple different ways. But Paul, your hands up.
Hey, Tyler, or Taylor, sorry.
Or Tyler.
I don't know why I said Taylor. Your lover brought us these sweet shirts.
I did not.
Where would I get one of these if I wanted to buy one?
These are cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a great question. So Grace, someone and I, my best friend, we came out with Soda Stick and kind of talked to them about having a custom shirt made last year. Our league is a little bit slow with making things happen, so we ended up just going to Soda Stick ourselves, the company, and just kind of coming out with it. It's not necessarily sold in stores right now, but it's definitely sold on sodastick.com. You can find it on our social media, and then it should be sold in General Sports and Edina here soon as well.
Those are pretty cool.
Look over here,
the
man.
Black cat and the golden retriever.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
KFAN.com/watch if you want to see what the shirt looks like.
Golden retriever duo.
That's cool.
Sweet.
It's a good shirt, too. It's not like a cheap...
Good quality.
Yeah.
Hey, Taylor or Tyler, whatever the hell your name is.
Or as Rosie calls her, Parker Fox's girlfriend.
Yeah, he just doesn't know her. Yeah, Parker Fox's gal. Taylor, so one of the things that the PWHL does that I freaking love, and I really, really hope the NHL and the NBA eventually do this, is the whole pick your opponent thing. What was the vibe when Montreal picked Ottawa? Is that correct? Is that like they didn't pick you, right? They picked the 3rd seed instead of the 4th seed. That by definition almost says they didn't want to see you guys in round 1. They're a better matchup against the 3rd seed.
Correct. And I think if you look back to last year when we were the 4th seed coming in, had literally lost 5 games straight, you kind of had to pick us if you're Toronto. And they did, obviously. We came back and reverse swept. I think just seeing that animosity that it creates and being a part of it, it's such an amazing rule. And honestly, just like you said, I think it should be used in all leagues. It just creates a controversy as well as with the fan base. There was 3 people in the building last night with a purple frost on, and 2 of them were one of our foreign girls' parents. So there was no one in that building that wanted us to win, and that's kind of where it gets to be at its best. You have people booing us. We got people wanting to throw things. It's just the best part of sports, and I think. Last night, you can tell that. The fans were insane. And obviously they packed this building that it's the Coca-Cola Coliseum. And I think just having that, they're kind of pissed off. And when Montreal didn't pick us, honestly, that gives you a little bit of pride to say, okay, they saw something in us that they didn't want to face for 5 games. Obviously they can't control if they face us in the 2nd championship round. But it's definitely an amazing rule. And I think we have some very odd rules for our league, but this one's one that I really do love.
All right, so Game 2 is tomorrow in Toronto. Game 3 will be back here when? Is that Sunday?
Sunday. Yep, Sunday at 5 on Mother's Day. So it's going to be quick, 3 games in 6 days. That's definitely a lot for us, but we're excited for the challenge. And obviously it's a 5-game series. You don't want to get swept in 3. So I think taking Game 2 tomorrow is going to be huge for us. We got practice today. We'll go over a few things and then be ready for tomorrow.
Go get them.
Yeah.
Parker, any questions, or you don't care?
No, I do. I definitely do care, Corey.
Oh, you do care. Okay.
I at least have to say that, right?
Yeah,
but
100%. Sound like it, Mr.
No, you
a solid wink.
You're going to get FIO'd.
Yeah, I'm going to get FIO'd. No, it's
brilliant.
so fun to watch them play, and it's back. Like Taylor said, Game 3 on Sunday, and I hope people come out and watch because it's high level and it's really fun and fast, and the girls fly around. So yeah, I'm can't wait to watch.
Man, it's exciting stuff. The league's already expanding.
Yeah.
Everybody's super jacked up about the PWHL. That it's off to such a great start, and obviously your season was a big part of it, right? Everybody got really behind the Frost before they were even the Frost.
Yeah,
100%.
This is super cool.
100%. We were just PWHL Minnesota at that point.
Yep. All right, so the Frost have never won a title. Let's change that this year.
Yes, there
Let's
you go.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Let's
go. 100%.
Taylor, you're the
I
best.
I like that.
Let's go.
All right, you're the best. Good luck
Thanks
tomorrow
for the
night
shirts.
against Toronto. Thanks for the shirts. These are super cool.
Of course.
And like you said, everybody go out and support the squad on Sunday. It's a good idea.
I'm taking care of your boy while you're gone. Don't worry.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, bye, Taylor. See ya.
Yep.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Taylor Heise, or again, as Rosie calls her, Parker Fox's gal.
Right, as Sauce calls her Tyler.
did call it Tyler. I don't know why.
I like that. I'm going to use that now. It's going to be the go-to.
I was trying to talk and find a way to hold the shirt up.
Very difficult to do.
Very difficult. Yeah, for me it is.
Thank God you weren't chewing gum.
Hey, you know what I forgot to tell you guys? My pants came.
Nice.
Which pants?
By the way.
Oh.
The ones.
The Knickerbockers that you ordered? Oh, my gosh. Look at those things.
I'm going to put them on during the break so you guys can,
Do you know
so
how
we can
much
see how they
he
work.
paid for those?
It looks like a
Not very
rain
much.
tarp.
Hang on.
Are those at Amazon?
They're so
Amazon.
cheap looking.
But they're not cheap.
No, look how cheap
were
they
cheap.
are.
You look like you could find those in any theater costume room.
Yes. They're
For 25 cents.
polyester.
Or like Old Navy in the 1890s.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he paid $40 for those. Higher? Oh, no.
Don't tell me he paid more than $60 for those.
No.
Sauce?
I think he said he paid $52.50.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Right.
$52.50.
Go look it up. They're.
I'm going to
This
put them
is-
on during the break.
The
This
inflation.
Taylor Parker Fox's gal shirt is an awesome shirt. He paid $52.50 for those. Those are awful.
I do it for the show, B word.
Yeah, you B-word.
Wow.
Won't you do something for the show? Like close your mouth.
Okay. On it. Sorry you overpaid for your pants.
I don't care about money.
Oh.
What if these changed my life? What if I put these on and they everything comes together for me?
What if your hammer looks huge?
That's
You got to go commando in those.
What's the material on that?
Polyester.
Whatever they make parachutes out of. What it feels like.
Not comfortable
I hope
at all.
They fit me though. I don't know. I'm trying to mind you. I'm gonna
Do
try
you
them on
think
the
you'll
break.
get another talking to about what you wear at work?
Only if I can show my schlong.
Right.
Wow.
They might,
You
those might
almost
show
did.
it, actually.
It might show my shape.
Your short shorts showed your balls.
The only thing
That's 'cause you
saving
cut
you.
them.
I did, but you told me I could.
At least black will make it look sleek.
That's what I was going to say. The color black there is might save you.
Sauce, hold up your shirt again since it's hard to talk and hold up a shirt. All right.
Yeah.
Got a shirt. Hold it up.
Gosh darn, you are not at it.
Okay.
I'm not edited.
So
You're
let's just
not
try this
at
really
it.
quickly. Okay. What's his name?
Mine?
No.
He can't see.
I'm pointing. What's his name?
Parker.
Okay. Hold up the shirt, though, and say it. Now try it.
Taylor?
Man, you're not good at holding up shirts and doing names.
It's hard, man.
Yeah, it is hard.
It's hard.
You need to take off your shirt and put that one on camera.
No one wants to see my giant hooters.
I do.
Somebody does.
Oh,
You need
thanks,
to put
Hawk.
your Bockers on.
Yeah, that's a good
on
idea. That's
camera,
what I'm going to call
yeah.
because I am not going to.
What if Chef Reaction's grandma is still watching the stream
Yeah.
and she gets to see you topless for at least 6 or 7 seconds? Give her a show, man.
She's going to see me in my Bockers in a couple of months.
Yeah.
That you paid $52
It's
for.
my money.
It's his money.
Sort of.
And you
you-
told him to buy them.
I did not. I didn't tell him to buy them.
Sure you did. You encouraged him. You're an enabler.
Hey, you know what I just learned, Corey? Before we go into some sports, you know what I just
Go on.
learned? I'm reading about Monty Python and the Holy Grail because I saw it last night.
Love that movie.
And in the theater, which was pretty cool, 50 years. Led Zeppelin paid half of the money to get that movie made.
Really?
How about that? Didn't know that till right
Most
now.
believed in the group so much.
Yeah, they loved the comedy group, and so they paid half of the $400,000 fee came from Led Zeppelin.
I heard Conan talking about Monty Python the other day. I don't remember who it was because it was
and
an
Pink
older
Floyd,
podcast.
too. Sorry, both of them, Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, both.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
go ahead.
And Conan was saying that how much Monty Python meant to him as a kid.
Right.
And he said that a lot of the Monty Python sketches were about like the political culture, right? It's like comments on the political culture in England during that time. So he's like, so much of it went over my head because I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. But he's like, I still got to learn. I could feel like the patterns of the jokes, and you kind of understand the timing and like the art of a joke, even if like he knew he was supposed to be laughing, even if he didn't get the joke, if that makes sense.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he's like, I just had so much respect for the rhythm that they had. And then he's like, obviously I learned to worship those guys as I got older because he really loves those guys. But
Same.
I love that idea that he's sitting there watching Monty Python in like the 70s going, I don't even know what they're talking about. And I think this is hilarious.
I had this conversation with Abigail on the way home last night from seeing the film. I don't even know that those scenes are that funny. At the time, that movie was groundbreaking and very, very funny. If it came out today, I'm not sure people would laugh, but they are so iconic that you can almost do the scenes with the film. Every one of them, like where he's fighting the Black Knight to cross the bridge and he cuts off his arm, then he cuts off his other arm.
The flesh wound.
That's great. Yeah. When the bunny rabbit attacks, all the stuff. It's just it's brilliant stuff.
The Robin Hood, all of it.
All of
the
it's
whole
so
bit's
good.
so good. I love that film.
Not comparing Monty Python and the Holy Grail to Citizen Kane, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
But again, Citizen Kane is across the board considered maybe the best movie of all time and universally considered a massive groundbreaking film because of the way it was shot. I think it's boring as hell.
Right.
But it's undeniable it broke new ground.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could be exactly what you're saying with comedy. Maybe the jokes wouldn't play in 2025. Maybe, Parker, have you seen Monty? So maybe if Parker watched it today, he'd go like, this was a big deal.
I'll do it. I'll do it for you guys.
Right.
Yeah,
you might not laugh at all,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean it wasn't a game changer.
Right.
No.
You can still change the game even if the jokes don't hold.
Life of Brian, also a classic film by Monty Python.
Never saw that one.
Oh, you'd love it.
I think Holy Grail was the only Monty Python work that I saw. Same for you?
Yeah.
You
I
would
can't think of anything else.
You would love
Bring out your
Life
dead.
of Brian.
Love Life
I'm
of
not
Brian.
dead.
It's a shot at religion, I assume. Then,
Yes, you are
I feel
correct.
better.
Okay.
Yes, so good.
That's what I'm
Can
saying.
you come back in an hour? It's so good.
No, I can't. I feel better.
And they all play like 80 people.
Right.
That's what also makes it great.
All right, let's do a couple of minutes of sports here. We got a couple of things to discuss with Parker as well.
I don't care.
Okay, Parker doesn't care.
Why is that?
Time for Fan
What's that
5 on
lady's
the Power
problem?
Trip. Presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Thanks, Builders and
I
Remodelers.
love you.
All right, I got a couple of questions for Taylor Heise's guy.
Tyler, you mean?
Tyler Harvard's guy.
All right, I'll take that.
Okay.
That's probably what
I think that's
Rosie
where
was-
Chef Reactions got his tickets from.
Maybe.
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, that's true. Your thoughts on the Utah Mammoth? That is the official name now. The Utah Mammoth announced that, it leaked last week accidentally with some video people screwing up on the website, but it doesn't matter. They wanted Yeti, then they did a fan vote. Mammoth is the winner. Utah Mammoth. The logo is out. The graphics are out. The color scheme is out. It looks pretty sweet, but what do you think?
I'm like a fan of like the Washington football team and obviously it's not that anymore, but like the Utah Hockey Club. I actually kind of like that. So
Really, just the generic name.
I do. I like something
So
different. I think
like
it's-
PWHL Minnesota, like last year, just
Yeah,
a generic
why not?
name.
I
Okay.
like it. I like it. But no, I think
Interesting.
Mammoth is cool. But yeah, you're right. It did get leaked early, which kind of stinks because you want it to be like this big reveal or whatever it is. But Mammoth is cool. I don't know what is a mammoth.
Like a woolly mammoth.
Yeah,
Oh,
big old,
okay, yeah,
Full on
big
mammoth,
old,
woolly mammoth.
big old elephant with fur on
with
it.
fur.
They're extinct, right?
Sure. But
yeah.
we're
Elephants
bringing
are.
them back.
No, wait,
They are.
elephants aren't.
Dire
Do you mean
wolf?
elephants? Because elephants aren't. No.
Elephants aren't, but
Oh, mammoths have been gone, I think, for like 10,000
The
years.
woolly
Maybe
mammoth
4,000
is
years,
an
maybe?
extinct species of mammoth.
No.
Wait, there's other species of mammoth. Is there any mammoth that are still?
Yeah, the mammoth muffin from Perkins.
Oh man,
You guys think I'm too old for Ruthie from Ozarks?
My God.
no.
Well, what is she, about half your age? No, that plays.
Not in your bockers. You just got to wear your bockers and you're good.
Watch yourself, mister.
Corey is.
Ruthie.
What do I care? I don't care.
I know you don't. That's what makes you great.
Ruthie
From what?
Here's
typing.
why he likes her. She's mean.
She's mean.
She swears, and
I'd want her
she's
to go like
violent.
this. I'd want her to go like this.
She's 31.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
No,
That ain't bad. Bill Belichick's girl's 24 or whatever she is.
Yeah, this is America. Do what you want, man.
Gosh. You can do it, Hawk.
Yeah, so the dire wolf is back. The mammoth is coming back.
Yeah,
they're next.
Okay.
They're
So
next.
is the hawk.
You just got to clone them.
Yeah.
Do you watch The Rehearsal, Nathan Fiedler?
Isn't it Fielder?
Fielder, yes, yeah.
I watched the first season. I have not. I think the second season has started,
Second
right?
season just
He's
started.
funny.
And it's
oh
awesome.
my gosh,
Yeah.
he's hilarious.
I love that show, but I have not started the new one.
Oh,
so.
it's excellent.
All right.
Yeah, season 2, episode 3 just came out last night, and they did some stuff about cloning.
Okay.
So it's worth the watch. If you haven't
Guy's a
seen his
genius.
work, it's incredible, man. Like in this bit, I won't ruin it, but like he goes back to like creating himself as a child and creates this whole room where it's like he's still his normal life size, but he like creates a person that's like huge, and he's like breastfeeding from a breast and everything, and he's a huge human. But yeah,
That's huge.
it's
Yeah.
wild. But
He's an outside the box thinker for sure.
oh yeah,
That's
it's
really
excellent
smart.
work though.
The Timberwolves, Parker, tonight take on the Warriors. Game 2, 7:30.
Let's talk about it after the break.
10.5-point favorites. We'll get to Parker's
there's
prediction.
Dave's hot chicken here.
Oh, God, we got free food.
Yeah.
And you know what? You better tune into KFAN.com/watch. I'm about to put my my Bockers on.
Hey, yo.
You want to see what Bockers look like on him? I show my shape.
Your pirate pants?
That's right.
This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Hi, this is Javon, your Blinds.com design consultant.
Oh, wow. A real person.
Yep. I'm here to help with everything from selecting the perfect window treatments to...
Well, I've got a complicated project.
No problem. We make the complex simple. I can even help schedule a professional measure and install.
I didn't realize you did that.
We can also send you samples fast and free.
Wow. I mean, I always thought I needed a designer to come to my home, but scheduling's always a nightmare.
Not with Blinds.com. We're on your schedule. And there's no haggling, pressure, or hidden fees either.
I just might have to do more.
Whatever you need. How about you tell me what you had in mind?
Okay, then. So the first room we're looking at is for guests coming over, and I'm thinking of something...
Blinds.com has covered over 25 million windows, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shop Blinds.com now and save up to 40% site-wide. Rules and restrictions may apply.
So you want to start a business? You might think you need a team of people and fancy tech skills, but listen to me when I say you don't. You just need GoDaddy Aero. I'm Walton Goggins, an actor, and I like the sound of starting my own business, Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses. But I couldn't do this on my own. GoDaddy Aero uses AI to create everything you need to grow a business. It'll make you a unique logo. It'll create a custom website. It'll write social posts for you and even set you up with a social media calendar. How cool is that? Well, listen to this. For a limited time, you can get Aero All Access for just $1 a week for 12 weeks. We're talking all the AI power of GoDaddy Aero plus a domain, e-commerce store, payments, professional email, a unified inbox, all for less money than I spend on deep tanning lotion while sunbathing off the Amalfi Coast. You know what that sounds like? A plan. Get started at GoDaddy.com. Terms apply.
Come on. Why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity. With Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance, it keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Okay, here's what's happening right now. We're eating Dave's hot chicken. And I'm wearing my Bockers. What do you think, Cor?
Not as bad as I thought they would be. That's like they play. They just look like really baggy shorts.
I think you look great.
I wouldn't have paid $52 for them, but that's your money. You can make more money.
Got to put you in a Knicks jersey now.
No.
Like a Jalen Brunson jersey with those pants.
He doesn't know who that is. He played in the 1940s.
See here. Extra, extra.
Yeah. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. That's Parker Fox. That's Chris Hockey dancing. Zach, your hands up.
Yeah, I just want to say you can feel up for Game 2 tonight with Carbone's Pizza. Visit one of their 30-plus locations to enjoy delicious pizza and get ready for the Minnesota playoff run. Find your nearest Carbone's today, carbonesPizza.com. My goodness.
I think Hawk is twerking.
I don't know what that is.
Something like that. I don't know. Carbone's good pizza, though. Sausage, mushroom.
Yeah, man. Now we're talking.
Real good. Sauce, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
The Celtics shot 100 threes in Game 1 and Game 2.
Mm-hmm.
think they only made 25.
Mm-hmm.
If you shot 100 threes from the top of the key, how many do you think you would make?
2?
2 of 100?
Yeah.
I think it's more than that.
I'd quit after I started missing 2.
Well, that is true.
Give up?
So he would go about 2 for 40 and then quit.
Be like, forget about it.
How many do you think you would make? Open threes, top of the key out of 100.
I'm going to grab another.
Hopefully like around 65 to 70.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're unguarded.
Yeah, exactly.
If you had a hand in your face or somebody running at you, then you're in that 35 range.
Lower it by 25, 30. Yeah. Usually that's what they say. Like NBA players, you should be able to like double your percentage when you're wide open versus...
That's why Game 5 against the Lakers sucked.
Yeah,
so many of those were open and
So
we missed.
open.
But what about Game 1? What went wrong with the threes? We missed 16 straight to start, Parker.
It almost seemed like we kind of started to settle. You know what I mean? Like instead of like coming out the gates and being like, hey, we're going to get downhill. We're going to put pressure on the rim. Like we just settled. You saw Anthony Edwards take like 3 sidestep threes, which is like, I don't know. Granted, he's a great 3-point shooter. He was awesome all year shooting the 3 ball. So you got to continue to shoot them. But at the same time, like when they're not going in, especially when other players don't have them going in, you got to get to the rim and you got to try to draw fouls or get a hoop or a whistle, they like to say. So I think that'll be kind of the focus coming out. And then, we talked about it on the, after the game, we just didn't see the energy from Anthony Edwards and some of these Wolves players. So hopefully tonight they come out with a little bit more energy. Obviously no Steph Curry in the building. So that adds another wrinkle. But it should be a Wolves win tonight. It has to be, right?
Confidence super high?
Yeah, confidence is high, but we can't play the way we play game 1, If you play that way, you're not going to win any game against whoever you play. The Warriors are such a system-based team. They're going to be ready for tonight. Even though they don't have Steph Curry, they're going to have a lot of things dialed up and expect big games from like a Jimmy Butler or Buddy Hield, but Anthony Edwards needs to be Anthony Edwards tonight.
Good teams win, great teams cover. Let's win by way more than 10 and a half.
Let's do that. Let's blow them out of the gym.
Let's talk 20 plus here.
I love
Let's
it.
just run this thing out.
I was a little underwhelmed by Target Center's reaction to Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Because, I'm used to, when Ryan Suter comes to town and, everybody at the X is booing him, including, it's unbelievable. There's just the sea of boos. And I don't know, I didn't feel the hatred that I thought we were going to feel.
There was this light blue, very light boo from the crowd, and it was inconsistent, and it was, but maybe tonight they'll be back and better.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe because it happened so long ago. It was 2018.
It also was really late.
People kind of forget, but
tip off was at 10:30, so that
yeah, we got a better tip tonight at 7:30, so
yes.
That'll help out. Hopefully the crowd shows up, and I think. Go ahead.
Who's the old man talking such trash to Cat?
Who's that? In the Knicks game?
Yeah, in the in this last game.
Oh, I didn't even see. Was there somebody talking last night, huh?
No, in the last Wolves game.
Oh, you mean Butler?
I said Cat. I meant Ant.
Ant.
Yeah, who was talking such trash to Ant?
Oh, I didn't even see. Was it a guy? Was it a player? Or was it a coach?
A clip. It was under the basket, and it was it was a player, and he had gray in his beard. He's a big time player.
Okay.
Was he sitting next to Justin Gard, and did he get free tickets?
No, Rosie paid for those. He bought all 4 of them.
Those are nice seats there.
Well, they're available to anyone.
Yeah, everybody could buy them.
How much did he pay?
I looked up at courtside seats for over $9,000 for.
That's so nice of Rosie to buy him for Guardsy.
You want to go tonight? He'll buy him.
I mean, I'll be there, but I won't be courtside.
Well, just ask Rosie for an extra ticket. He'll have one.
I'll shoot him a text. All right, shall we do headlines?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Boom.
Now it's time for Headlines.
Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric and WolfRiverElectric.com. Go solar and get solar panels put on.
Hey, what happened?
With Wolf River Electric. I got them put on last
What
year.
happened?
Well, what happened is I got panels put on, and now that the sun's out, which kicks ass, I'm just printing money.
Good for you, man.
Printing money. And Sauce, again, who's the number one environmentalist on this station?
Well, it's you now.
Who did it used to be?
Rosie.
According to?
Well, that was after Jesse Ventura was on with Common and talked about all the good things he's doing for the environment.
And Rosie somehow did the most of anybody at the Fan. But now who's doing the most?
You.
This guy.
Way to go, Corey. Because
this guy.
You're an Earth Day boy.
Yes, I was born on Earth Day.
Boy.
That's my nickname. Sure, I was born on Earth Day.
He was born on Earth Day, so he's Earth Day.
April 22nd,
Which came
1980.
first, you getting born or Earth Day?
Probably Sauce.
Wow.
I misheard. Sorry.
3 bumps.
A woman in England.
The right answer.
A woman in England just won a big settlement after one of her coworkers compared her to Darth Vader.
That's sweet.
Because she's mean?
She got $40K.
Oh, good for
A
her.
lot of Ks.
Yeah. Lorna Rook. Her name's Lorna.
That's gotta be a sexy woman.
Lorna. Was working as a supervisor at a blood donation center in 2021 when a handful of people on her team took an online personality test for fun. It had a Star Wars theme. I was supposed to tell you which Star Wars character you were. She was on the phone and wasn't around to take the test herself. So one of her coworkers answered the questions for her and then announced to everyone that she had a Vader-like personality. And she didn't care for it.
Yeah, never mind. I didn't have to ask.
Well,
She didn't care for it.
Can I get a look-see here?
They awarded her $40,000.
I don't even have to ask.
And let me say, I mean, if she's mean, maybe that was a compliment. Maybe she thought that they were taking a shot, or maybe they were like, she's like Darth Vader, get on over ya.
What? Have you seen Star Wars?
Sure I have. I like
Wants to
She's Darth Vader. Get on over here.
to Darth Vader. Kill you.
What do you got under that cape, Darth?
Wow.
I'm sorry, these Bockers make me feel randy.
Come over here. Let me see you in them.
All right, hold on.
Grab me another Dave hot chicken sandwich.
All right, I'm going to be delicate. Don't wrap things up before I get over there, if you know what I mean.
Oh my God.
Just be patient. He's walking over.
You know what he means.
Yeah. What do you think's going to happen?
He's going to touch me.
That's very
Those
likely.
are great.
I like them, man.
Yeah.
They're flowy.
Look, I can kick.
They're breathable.
Yeah.
I can dance a little for you.
Hey, yo.
It does look like you're about to...
You've lost your butt.
Yeah, you have.
I miss grabbing that bag.
Your dad took it.
Oh, he made a mold of it.
He keeps it.
Oh, my God.
We got to start doing squats. Hey, full range of motion.
I love it. The people from Les Jones Roofing are like, people like this show?
Yeah, sorry.
Like, this is a popular show. Yeah, this actually works for whatever reason.
What do you need pockets for?
There's no pockets?
Not even on the inside?
No, I don't think so.
I think if you just drop them down there.
Where are you going to hold your cigarettes?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about carrying.
A 39-year-old woman in Florida is facing battery charges after she attacked her wife. She shoved a fistful of nachos down her pants.
Oh, nice.
That's an aggressive way to define assault.
Hopefully the cheese wasn't hot.
Nachos.
Ooh. Yeah. Did Hawk leave?
I think he's just getting more food.
Yeah.
He heard me talking about nachos and got excited. No, she got in trouble. She got arrested. She aggressively... a couple of gals in Florida were fighting, and one of them aggressively shoved nachos down her wife's pants and got arrested.
Now, hold on.
That's not a euphemism. Yes, she aggressively shoved
her wife's
nachos. Yes.
Her wife. Love this.
That's the end of the story.
Yeah, you've Googled that
That's
before.
just the beginning of my story.
Yep.
Somebody got arrested.
You're too horny.
Oh, no, stop.
A U.S. citizen last week was in Rome at the Colosseum trying to take a photo. And he's going to survive, but he was impaled.
My God.
Oh, man.
Impaled on a fence at the Colosseum trying to take a photo. He's going to apparently survive.
Jeez.
Wow.
Spicy.
You know how I've always said, like, I didn't know Geddy Lee was a man until I was on the show. I grew up just thinking it was a gal.
Yeah.
Because I'm dumb. I thought bed bugs were like just a thing moms said when they were tucking you in. Didn't know they were real until I was like 20.
Seahorses were real.
Right. You didn't know seahorses were. When I grew up and I heard the phrase Vlad the Impaler, I never thought to ask, well, what does it like impaling mean? I just thought it meant like you got like, stabbed or like killed. He impaled. Then you really learn what that dude did.
Yeah.
That is the worst way to go, getting impaled.
Hideous.
If you're saying to yourself, well, I guess I don't know what impaling is either, go ahead and Google it. Learn something today.
Yeah.
It'll gross you the hell out. So this guy got impaled.
It's like when you pole vault and the thing breaks. I've seen that. That one's brutal. Hey, Hawk, did you know that seahorses, the males, are the ones that give birth?
He just left the room to get more food. But yes, he has learned about seahorses. And we were just talking about those videos like a week or so on this show.
So
it's
cool.
crazy to watch.
It's insane.
The men give birth.
Yeah, and they just... Yeah, I don't know.
But Chris didn't think that seahorses were real.
I didn't.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
really?
But he learned.
That was too spicy for me, so I had to get some French fries.
Those are hot too, though.
You're right.
I told you I had the hiccups because of them.
Sauce was
Doesn't
dying.
mean they're bad. It's just too spicy for me.
It's in the title. It's hot. Right?
I thought
Dave's
that meant
Hot
like
Chicken.
warm, like this is, don't eat cold chicken.
Oh.
Yeah, man, it's Dov's Hot Chicken.
Yeah.
Can you get pull tabs?
Told you it's warm.
A man in Chicago discovered a bunch of squatters in his property.
Waiting for the break of day.
We had a squatter here about 5 minutes ago.
And he couldn't get them to leave, right? As squatters tend to do. They didn't want to leave. They said, this is our place now. So he decided to just move in with them.
Really?
It's his place. People force their way in. They're squatting in his property. They won't leave, so he's like, all right, whatever, I'll just live with you.
Wow.
So now the squatters are his roommates.
Like, if they're hot, why not, right?
Well, what are the odds they're hot?
Yeah,
Not very high.
A lot of really attractive squatters, Zach. Is that what you see from time to time? Just a bunch of tens?
You've seen too many episodes of Mike's Apartment.
Is that a genre?
Okay.
Hawk?
What's sir?
Mike's Apartment?
Sure, man.
Been there.
I live there.
Seen that.
You witch
squatted there.
Are you okay, Hawk?
I'm dying.
I told you.
Today is National Have a Coke Day. I wonder who sponsors today. You're supposed to have one. Chris sounds like needs one right now.
Yeah.
Something to drink. Diet Coke, Zachary. Big day for you.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
celebrating
sharing one
already.
with Margaret.
Nice. Shout out, Margaret. How many will you have today?
A couple, probably. I'll have one at the Wolves game tonight.
2?
They got pretty good Fountain Diet Coke there.
Yeah, good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Not the best. Not Zorba's.
Not Zorba's, but pretty darn good.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, no.
5 out of 10?
No, I would say 7, 8.
Did you know that Corey was such a big Diet Coke fan? Zacho, did you know that?
I didn't know that
I
at
had
all.
no idea.
No, just love it, but thought it was gross growing up.
Yeah.
Really,
Same.
really, really gross. But now it's like 10 out of 10. Right. Parker, where do you stand on Diet Coke? This is a huge question.
I mean, I haven't had a pop in probably 6 years.
Ooh,
plus.
good for you.
Yeah,
good for you.
Way to stay healthy.
Yeah.
What do you drink then?
A lot of water. Like I carry my Stanley deal everywhere. Drink a lot of water. But that's really about it. I'll have a cold brew coffee every once in a while. But I used to love Diet Coke. Like getting a McDonald's, the Happy Meal or whatever, and getting a Diet Coke. That was like a treat. But haven't had a pop in a while, which sucks because like you want to root beer float or something like that, and you just don't
those
do
are
it.
the best.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Root beer floats are outstanding.
Yep, and it is definitely root beer float season.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Best time of year.
Let's go.
Does lemonade count as a pop? I'll drink a lemonade.
Whatever.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, I'll drink a lemonade.
Do you?
I still think we got to go. We go to the drive-in in Taylor's Falls. We get a root beer float. We go mini golfing.
That place
and then
is sweet.
We gamble on it.
You get it.
That place is
Love that
sweet.
spot, man.
We
That's my
gamble
youth.
on
That's
it.
my childhood right there. And then we gamble on mini golf.
Yeah.
And then we find some trails to hike as a show. Why don't we go hiking?
You want
around
to do geocaching over there?
Taylor's Falls? What?
I'm not doing that.
Don't they have geocaching out there in Taylor's Falls?
It's
I have no
Tyler
idea.
Falls.
Oh, Tyler Falls, yeah. I'm sure they do. That's a
I'm
fun
sure they
activity.
do.
I think we took like a field trip when we were in high school or middle school to Taylor's Falls and like did the geocaching and
Well, it's the only reason I think that's interesting is so we
I don't even know
had
what it is, really.
we had my 20-year high school reunion at Wild Mountain, and all of us quickly realized, bleep, there's no Ubers out here. How are we going to get home?
Yeah.
Right? We should probably stop drinking because how are we going to get home? And then we also realized, there's like almost no cell service out here. So if we need to call somebody for a ride because we've had too much to drink, that's going to be a problem. So the night ended very early because all of us are like, we got to get out of here. We've had 2 drinks. That's the limit. Let's go.
there's no taxis out there?
No, it's Taylor's
I
Falls.
didn't go to a wedding out there because of what you said about that. I'm like, I'm not going to go to a wedding, be sober, because I couldn't find a ride.
Plus, you
stuck.
weren't invited.
Yeah. That's weird to just show up to weddings.
Well, free food, baby.
Yeah, good point.
I don't blame you. Wedding crashers are sweet.
And plus, I cry at every single one, even if I don't know them.
I cried tonight.
Zach, will you go to this? Disney announced they are opening a new theme park and resort in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to get to Abu Dhabi. I go there every year.
I'm sure it's going to be sweet.
How many times can you go to Florida? Why can't you try a new Disney? Go to
I
Tokyo
thought
Disney
about
or
Paris.
Europe Disney or whatever it is. Paris?
Yeah. And I if I had maybe like a little bit more time, I probably would have gone. But
What do you got against Abu Dhabi? It's going to be spectacular.
It's a long ways away. That's really it. It's like literally on the
Abu
other side
Dhabi's
of the
a
world.
beautiful place, though.
I've heard it's
beautiful
nice.
view. Yep.
Yeah. Apparently, a new trend on TikTok is kids are shoving sharp objects into their Chromebook ports to try to set them on fire.
That's sweet.
What?
It does work.
Does it really work?
Yeah, it works. Yep.
What do you have to? Almost any
Anything.
sharp object?
Yep. Anything.
Why is that
Does it have to be metal to start the fire?
It can be pop or country.
Yeah. Or hot AC.
Oh, you really made it better.
Isn't that KWB?
Hey, Paul.
What? Shut up.
It's okay to just listen. You don't have to add anything.
But I hadn't said anything in a while.
You don't have to be funny.
No, that's the only reason I'm here.
It's more than just a trend. It causes a lot of disruption.
It became clear that the damage was done intentionally, that it wasn't a malfunctioning Chromebook, but rather a student had intentionally done things to it that caused it to smoke and eventually melt.
The batteries that are essentially catching on fire, once they burn, they're producing this toxic smoke.
There you go.
Why is vandalism so cool when you're young?
I don't know, man. It was cool.
It's like
that is
like
true.
the most vicious thing you can do.
Yeah. Without harming anybody.
Yeah.
Right?
We all had 5 to 10 kids in our grade that we know would stick something in a
I had
Chromebook.
I had a whole group of friends that loved to go play mailbox baseball.
Mailboxing, yeah.
All the time.
There was a big scandal in Chisago about that as well.
Really?
Yeah, half the basketball team got suspended.
I feel like that would hurt. The ricochet back on you.
It just takes practice. No, I think I've told this story in the air, but there was a time. This is how dumb are kids?
Yeah.
There was a time we were gonna go mailboxing with the group that had already done it, and we literally couldn't find bats. So we basically meat sauce, and we're like, never mind.
Such sportos.
Yeah.
Couldn't find. We're like, where are all the bats? So we went to a couple of houses. It must have been in somebody else's car.
Yeah.
So we didn't. So I wasn't one of the group that got in trouble, but half the basketball team got suspended for mailboxing.
Yeah.
And we were good too. The team was good.
Because kids will do that and be like, oh, let's just go to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy a couple baseball bats. And then they'll literally look at the camera and say, oh, these kids came into Dick's Sporting Goods and bought some baseball bats. I wonder who
that's now. This was the mid-90s in a city that doesn't now have Uber or taxis or Wi-Fi. So
do they have any dicks?
Wow.
Sporting Goods? No.
Zach's suing for false advertising.
Didn't have Dick's Sporting Goods either.
No, but that was the other bit
That was
too.
walking the line, Zachary. Point is so
be cool.
the only way... Honestly, I think the way that the guys got caught was just somebody knew who was doing it.
Yeah.
Somebody always
told
tells.
somebody,
Yes,
told somebody,
correct.
told somebody, told somebody.
Always tells. That's why you never do anything.
It's always a snitch.
But another thing we've talked about on the show, one of my favorite things, this isn't real vandalism, but it felt like it was the start, my origin story.
Semi-vandalism.
And maybe why I've mentioned that I want to dabble in arson.
You need help.
One of my favorite things during the Beavis and Butthead era was taking Aquanet hairspray. And I would write my name in a driveway in cursive and then light it on fire and just watch my name burn. And I'm like, this is amazing.
We did that in middle school too. Same deal. We used
Take it easy,
I can't wait for that story to be shared in the documentary about
correct.
him.
And they'll use this exact audio.
And they'll talk about how I used to put black cats in dead fish. The fish were dead, but dead fish
How'd
would
they fit?
They would watch in their mouths.
Oh.
And I would try to explode their faces off, and it worked. But they were dead. They were dead.
Were you doing this alone?
That's what Dahmer said.
My friend Chad did it with me too.
Okay, as long as you have a friend with you.
Yes, Chris.
Out of curiosity, ever do anything with the ladies?
I didn't have that option. They didn't care for me much. It was a nonstop
Can't
friend
imagine
zone.
why.
Yeah.
He's got fish guts all over him.
And he has fishy lips.
Why won't you date Corey? Well, he's too busy writing his name in cursive in his mom's Aquanet, and then he goes in the backyard and blows the jaws off of fish.
What a
Thank God
childhood.
From Barney Miller.
Yeah.
What an upbringing.
Man.
Need
Nobody
therapy.
got that joke. Everybody's too young.
Too young to.
That's a good joke, though.
No, I don't know. But yeah, wreaking havoc is fun. But then you grow up and you're like, what was I doing? What's the point? So kids are dumb, but I don't blame them because we were all dumb kids. So it just sucks when you know that they're dumb and then you know they're going to make dumb mistakes and you know they're going to
just don't make the big one.
You know they're going to go buy fireworks and torture dead animals.
Just as my dad always said to me when we were kids, if you do something really dumb, all the sorries in the world aren't going to put that eye back if you poke somebody's eye out, right?
True.
You'd always say that to me, and I wasn't really paying attention.
And then your dad went and did something really dumb, and then he still had Dov after that.
And then he dated my coworker.
Hey, yo.
Well, make up for some wrongs, right?
I don't know
He
if
likes
they're-
Abbott.
2 wrongs don't make it
I
right.
don't know if you would hit my dad or dating.
All right,
New
so,
topic.
So you did a little bit of arson as well? You did the Aquanet thing?
We did it with the Axe body spray cans or
Of
whatever.
course you did.
yeah,
So we would like dig a hole in the woods and like throw an Axe body spray and like
That is a terrible idea.
Yes. Hideous.
and then you would like light it on
That's
fire.
so bad.
And there was like
It will
way
explode, dude.
Oh yeah, there was
Hang
way
on.
too many close calls like exploding in somebody's hand or something like that.
I bet 3 months mortgage that one of you yelled, "Fire in the hole!"
Oh, of course.
You,
Yeah.
you have to.
You do
Yeah,
that.
you
You
have
do the
to.
bend thing. Yeah.
You have to.
You could hear it for like 3 miles away.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we did. We would always have a sleepover in like tents one night of the summer, and like we had this hill. And we would have paintball guns and go to the top of the hill, and cars would drive. It was just
Oh, you're shooting cars.
Oh yeah.
My
we did-
God.
my
no.
God.
Can we stop?
Parker, no.
Midsummer.
Don't be doing this.
Midsummer was the best though. We would take ice cubes and we would take our blenders and we would blend the ice cubes up and make our own snowballs
Dwayne
in
Johnson?
the summer. And then we had this perfect path where it's like
nice.
2 sides of the road. So you could just go up on this path, throw the snowballs at cars and dip out the backside of the path. So
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would.
So
yeah,
this was
yeah.
Matamidi, right?
this was Matamidi.
What road or highway or street?
Oh, this was right by Herb Brooks Way, the outdoor hockey rinks.
About what year?
Don't answer. Don't
yeah,
fall
it's-
for it.
So if you got hit by a snowball in the middle of June on that street in Matamidi,
Yeah, Matamidi Avenue. Yeah, something like
years
that.
ago-ish?
I was probably 12, yeah.
Then it was Parker, Fox, and his friends, and the statute of limitations probably not up on that. If you want to file an insurance claim and get your money back for all the damage that, or maybe a new paint spray
Something
on
like
your
that.
vehicle, Parker will pay for
It came back to bite me tenfold, though, because my buddies ended up getting me in my car after I turned 16, and they hit like the electrical box, and boom, my whole dash went out on the car. So I think
My
I got
God.
my I think I got my get back already.
I've never understood that because we did that amongst our friends too. The best, by a mile, the best toilet paper job I ever saw was my house
same.
by my friends.
Yeah.
They destroyed our house. And
They
I'm like,
hated you, dude.
And I was like,
Yeah.
who
Oh, yeah.
did this? And then I found out who did it. And I'm like, son of a bitch. It was like
Yeah.
my best friends.
Yeah.
The same
Just
thing happened to me.
destroyed our house.
We got hit like 6 weekends in a row, so my dad decided to stay up one night and figure out who the hell is hitting our house with toilet paper. Ended up catching one of my best friends and was like, "You are coming over tomorrow morning and you're cleaning it up." So my dad had one of my best buddies. I wasn't even up yet. I woke up, got outside. One of my best buddies is in a ladder in my front yard cleaning the toilet paper down. So
Fair enough,
Yeah.
though, but I guarantee your buddy still thought it was worth it.
oh,
Right?
definitely.
Even doing the crime and doing the time is worth it. Zachary, you're being awful quiet over there.
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah.
guilty of
you
something?
TP'd some houses
No,
for
I didn't
sure.
do anything crazy. Like the craziest thing I probably did was I turned over a porter potty.
When somebody's
Oh,
in it.
that's terrible.
somebody in it?
No.
Even so, dude, that's
Yeah,
the
God.
worst.
That was
Why are you
dumb.
wasting it with
It
not
was-
with Dwight not in
It
it?
wasn't my idea, but you get
Like you're just walking around, you're like, "Oh, well, this."
Yeah, it was like a whole group of us, and I don't like the fact that I did it. I also there was one time where I was spraying cars with a hose in my
What?
front yard,
Like washing them?
and I was just as they were driving by.
Oh, that's pretty
And
fun.
I was all right until somebody went by with a window open.
Oh, yeah.
and
my golly, ma.
yeah, so that wasn't great.
This has got to be a dude thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
young
yeah,
girls
gals aren't
doing
this
stuff.
dumb.
Yeah.
Kids find different ways. Like we live down the road from a middle school for many years, and
Can't do that anymore.
Brilliant. That was excellent.
But they would like in the fall, like we'd have like our leaves in bags, and they would take the thing off and pour the leaves back on our yard and stuff. Like kids are
That's great.
middle school kids are the
That was
worst.
like nobody gets hurt doing
No,
that.
that's harmless.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
All right.
I'm digging that.
Repeat story, but I think this is the second time I've told it. But again, we've been doing this for 25 years, and I'm out of stories.
Yeah,
I'm with you,
same.
brother. Gotta make some new ones.
But one of my favorite moments from high school, a group of my friends dropped a dead deer that one of their family members had recently hit with their car, had thrown it in the back of a truck, and dropped it off on Dan Swanson's driveway, which was one of our friends as well.
From the TV dinners?
Not the same.
The Cub shortstop?
And I didn't see this, but there were reports that the guys that dropped it off wanted to see, basically the serial killers going back to the scene of the crime to see the reaction, right? And they said they drove by, and Dan's dad was basically in his tighty whities the next morning with the hose spraying off deer blood from the driveway.
Brutal.
If that's true, like, can you imagine the pride of going like, basically the guy from Billy Madison going like, one of those flaming bags again, right?
Yeah.
And you get to see him stomp it out.
So good, yeah.
If you see the dad of the guy, you drop off the dead deer and you see the guy spraying off the driveway, that's your masterpiece.
Yeah, correct.
Not even hearing about it.
Yeah.
You driving back and watching it's next level. I got to see this guy clean up his driveway.
When we were kids, somebody on a deer crossing sign, somebody drew a huge crank on it as a permanent
on the
marker.
deer.
So we would drive by it. Like my dad one time took us because we would all laugh at it. It was like right by where I lived.
Your dad would say, "I'll take you kids for this."
Let's go check out the schlong.
We were like 10 or 11 years old, but it was like
that's the proper age to say, "Let's jump in the minivan, fellas."
Yeah.
Uncle Jeffrey will take you to see the deer crossing.
In his defense, though, that's the closest thing to taking him to a museum. He was really good.
Yeah, it was outstanding, and
He
we laughed
appreciates
every
this
time.
art.
That was your
so
entire.
childish.
That was your attention span.
Yeah, correct. It was so childish.
Your dad would take you to the
Well,
sign.
My buddy lived over that.
Okay,
way, but
still.
like, yeah,
It was on the way.
It was half the sign. It was the funniest thing to see when we were kids.
Man.
Just taking the main highway. Oh, it's just 3 blocks off. We'll just go check it out quick.
All right,
Let's go see if it's got new additions.
Last one for me. Tom Brady says his 2024 roast was actually a major parenting mistake because he basically admitted he didn't think of the kid factor going through because he assumed kids are off limits. It's not going to be a big
You
deal.
want to hear him say that?
Yeah, go for
Here
it.
you go. I got the I loaded it in. I might as well play it. Here you go. Tom Brady.
I regret that my kids, it's tough on my kids for sure.
Yeah.
I love laughing at myself. It felt like I was in the locker room, but I do understand, like, for my kids, that was really hard. There's some things as a parent you don't realize until after. There's no perfect manual for it. You got to evaluate yourself as a parent too all the time. So even though I really enjoyed the show, and when you were in that moment in that theater that night at the Forum, like, it was electric. We got done. Everybody was on cloud 9. And I think that moment I'll never forget. And then I'll never forget when I talked to my kids the next day, I felt like a stake through the heart.
I'm going to tell you right now. I know this about myself. I could never be the roast person, because I would laugh with everybody and then I would drive home thinking about swerving into a bridge. I don't have thick enough skin. I'd take it too personally. And he looked like he was taking it well, except for that one thing. Who'd you tell that
he told...
it was about Robert Kraft.
Yeah,
right?
Who's the main roast guy, Zacho?
Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross. He said that's off limits.
Yeah, the Kraft was. It was supposed to be like the kids were off limits and Kraft was off limits, and he cracked a Robert Kraft joke anyway.
He did react to Tony Hinchcliffe. He said, "Nice shoes, B word. Did you win those in the divorce?"
Yeah.
And he didn't like that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, Chris, the good news is if you got roasted, you're driving home, you're thinking about swerving into a bridge, you could at least have a good laugh if you drive past a deer crossing with a
huge schlong.
Yeah.
And then you'd probably laugh at that and say, all right, I got to just...
Life's worth living.
Yeah, life's worth living. Thanks, Jeff Lambert, for bringing me down this street.
He knew his audience, guys.
Yeah, it's going to look like one day, saucy boy.
It's the little things in life.
He lied.
Or
Parker, they're going to win tonight? Come on, Parker, they're going to win?
They're going to win tonight.
Let's go.
Yeah, they're going to win tonight.
Wolves won tonight. They cover. They do the whole thing. So Wolves in 5 is still alive.
All right.
Let's reverse sweep them.
And then call Parker on Fan Line.
Yeah, do that
after the game.
Post game, we'll be ready to chat and have a lot of excitement and energy. Zacho will be there. So
Thank you, Youngsteads.
Thanks to Taylor Heise for calling in from Toronto.
Think about Chef Reactions.
Tyler.
Thanks to Chef Reactions for a last-second ad. That was super cool. For 40 minutes, we got to talk to Chef Reactions. That was super cool.
Thanks to Dave's Hot Chicken. That's really good.
Hell yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Tomorrow, Brian O'Neill of the Minnesota Vikings makes his second initials appearance. He'll be here, I think, a little before 8. We'll talk about that revamped and stacked offensive line, and then we'll play initials at 8:15 and $90,500 up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. 9 to noon is next. The Power Trip back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. See you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abadab. I love you. Enjoy the weather today. It's a great day to be alive.
Okay, have you heard about this? Last year, Degree changed the formula for their Cool Rush deodorant. Their fans rebelled and wanted the old scent back. And Degree listened. That doesn't happen often.
They admitted that they effed up and are bringing the original Cool Rush scent back. And it's exactly how you remember it. Cool, crisp, and fresh. There's a reason it's the #1 men's antiperspirant, and it's back in Walmart, Target, and other stores for under $4.
So try it and see what the fuss is about. Head to your local stores to try the OG Cool Rush for yourself.
Did you know women are more likely than men to develop dry eyes, which may be due to hormonal changes during the menstrual cycle or after menopause, and the use of oral contraceptives? Give your dry, burning, or irritated eyes a daily refresh with Refresh Optive Mega 3 Lubricant Eye Drops, a preservative-free formula that provides fast-acting, lasting relief. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed. Find Refresh online or in the eye drop aisle at all major retailers.
Amazon One Medical presents Painful Thoughts.
Do they ever actually clean the ball pit at these kids' play gyms? Or is my kid just swimming in a vat of bacteria, catching whatever cootie of the day is breeding in there? A cootie that'll probably take down our whole family.
Luckily, with Amazon One Medical 24/7 virtual care, you can get checked out for whatever ball pititis you've contracted. Amazon One Medical. Healthcare just got less painful.
Summer on the south side of Chicago is heating up.
You planning revenge? Aren't you?
The Chi is back May 16th on Paramount Plus. It's the season of the women.
Women, this is our chance. It's time to get to work.
But the men aren't giving up without a fight.
Street's always gonna have a villain.
No one is backing down in the Showtime original series from Emmy Award winner Lena Waithe.
Why do black women always have to save the day? If we don't do it, who else will?
The Chi, new season streaming May 16th on the Paramount Plus with Showtime plan.